Okay, welcome back. Last time we made our way to and then through the Alaya Cavern, a dungeon that only Maki and Naria could enter, which was a little bit of an inconvenience, but hey, we got through without too much hassle. Then we also managed to find Naria's shadow, which gave us all of the ultimate persona items that we needed, which is very welcome, and now we've returned to the school and into the final dungeon, the Avidya World, where we can go and challenge Pandora. So basically the plan for today's episode is to basically just navigate through the Avidya World and reach the door to Pandora. However, I am going to quickly just get through this fight. However, I did save state in between episodes. Like, at the end of the last episode I save stated, so what I am going to do is, I know that there's a save point right up here. So I am going to go and basically I'm going to save, and then I'm going to quickly just pause, make a cut, and then be right back. So yeah, this is, also that's the one I used for the bad ending of the Snow Queen quest. I will also be showing the bad ending for the SEBEC quest, but I'll just be a second, I'm just going to make a cut, and I'll be right back. Okay, basically I just want to quickly reload the emulator. Basically I want to save and quickly reload the emulator so it didn't just show, whatchamacallit, like the kind of screenshot from when it saved states. I didn't want that for every single fight I get into, just because it would be very annoying for me over the course of like a 40-minute video. I should probably note, I don't know how long it'll take me to actually get to Pandora. Like, I think it'll probably be roughly 40 minutes, but hey, who knows? Could be a little bit longer, could be a little less, who knows? We'll find out. Okay, so I quickly want to do a couple of things and get a couple of new personas and shuffle things around. So, Virtue and Rakshasa, I'm going to fuse these into a new persona for Reiji. And by that, I mean I also want to give that Agidine, because that will be Reiji's new persona that we'll probably only be seeing in this episode, but hey! And then I also want to fuse Anubis using Kokiri and Cupid, but I'm lying because I'm actually going to use that to fuse with, where it is, the Black Tablet, to create Genbu. So Genbu will be a new persona I'm going to be using on, I think I'm going to be giving this one to Maki for this episode. So let's quickly shuffle a couple of things around. So, Hermod gets switched out for Genbu. But Nanjo gets Hermod back. Then I give Anko to Reiji, and I'm going to get rid of Janus because I don't use it anymore. And that will now replace it. An ancient sort of soul has been awakened, so the time has come to release the bonds of Janus. Then the other soul that shall fight at your side. I offer you this Mandau Spoon in return. So we now have the Mandau Spoon, which is a weapon. And if I recall correctly, the Mandau Spoon is kinda busted. So I know it is for Masao, and that is a massive increase. Like, strength plus 9, dexterity and agility plus 3. It only hits once, but it hits like a train, and it's more accurate. Basically, Masao as just regular physical hits pretty much just got a massive amp. Now, let's put... yeah, Hermod is maxed out. Is Hermod... Hermod is way stronger than Yatagarasu. But I'll keep Yatagarasu out just for now, I think. And then I want to put Anko out for Reiji. Okay, so, now I can actually move on into the dungeon proper. Okay, so I know that's Giramakala. I know that the kind of green elephant one is Giramakala. And if I know Persona, I know that if I know Persona / SMT, I know that Giramakala will probably actually resist or even reflect the move that I just had Reiji do, but that should be okay. Oh wow, it didn't. Wow. I guess that happens sometimes. And sorry, I'm just taking a moment to appreciate the fact that Naria just hit for over like 1100 damage there. Like, that's kinda nutty. That's kind of ridiculous, not gonna lie. Okay, also Reiji is very close to level up. Also, this is just another shop. So, let's quickly see if there's anything I want to buy. honestly, I think I'm okay. Yeah, I'll definitely be fine. I'll be fine, and even if I'm not, this episode is kind of just going to be... So, in case you didn't see the last one, that's one I'll basically just run through it again. Pretty much, I am re-recording this episode and the previous one, because I finished playing through the game because basically I recorded the entire played through it all in January, and then when it came to actually rendering everything, yeah, I realized that the previous episode and this one just didn't have audio for the game, so basically I have just gone back to do these 2 episodes again. So hopefully it won't be too bad, hopefully it'll be fine, and that just blast those out of existence, and wow, I did a ton of damage. Like, I did more damage on the kind of end of end of turn damage. Like that did more residual damage than the actual cast did. But whatever, that's fine. So now, pretty much, I just want to make my way through the door to the Avidya... Not the door to the Avidya World, the door to Pandora, and that'll be where I end off today's episode. Then basically, the next episode will be pretty much just where that was a ton of damage. The next episode will pretty much just be the original recording. I won't need to do that episode over, which is honestly going to be which honestly is very helpful and practical for me, because it means I don't have to do all of that grinding again, because I did a ton of grinding for this I did a ton of grinding in preparation for the final battle, mostly because I want to get and show everyone's ultimate personas, and that meant I had to grind everyone up to like early level 60s, and by the time I got all of their abilities maxed out, they were kind of mid-level 60s or something. So basically, I ended up doing quite a bit. Hell Eyes is such an annoying move to have to deal with. But yeah, so pretty much, this episode and then the last one will be a little bit disjointed from the rest of the series, I think. Obviously, I don't know for certain, but I imagine it might be. Also, why do I have a feeling I'm just doubling back? Why do I feel like I'm going back around in a circle? I think I might actually be going back around in a circle. I'm gonna have to double check on that. I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not going back around on myself in a circle, because I distinctly remember when I recorded the original series I did on this. So basically the one that is linked in the description as a now unlisted series. I distinctly remember. Is this where I came in from? It is. It's just another entrance. Okay. Well, let's keep going the other way then. Let's just try and navigate further into the Avidya World. But yeah, in the original series I did on this, I distinctly remember okay, that wasn't great. I distinctly remember I managed to make my way through here, then I kind of wandered around in a giant circle for like an hour. And in an ideal world, I would quite like to avoid and prevent myself from doing that again, and therefore, hopefully I won't end up doing that. Also, I am a little bit worried about Vitala. Also, it is... I think I mentioned it multiple times throughout the playthrough. I might not have, because again, I recorded this months ago by now. I think it's kind of interesting seeing kind of what is... seeing what kind of levels things are in each SMT and each Persona game. Because Vitala, I don't remember seeing it in many other Persona games, but I'm pretty sure in Persona 4 it's like a level 20-something demon. I think Narukami gets early level 24 or 26 or something. But here it's an enemy that I'm seeing in the final dungeon of the game. Okay, so let's keep making our way through here. Giramakala, fortunately, isn't that much of a pain. I distinctly remember when the first time I ever saw Giramakala in this game. Well, not in this game, in Megami Tensei. It was the first time I played a Megami Tensei game. For reference, the first one I played was SMT Nocturne. So yeah, for reference, the first one I played was SMT Nocturne. I played it in 2017, I think it was. It was when, I played it pretty much. Now I had to do I don't want to say sad, funny story time, because it's neither sad or funny. But basically, I played Nocturne because I didn't... Like, I played Nocturne because I'd had it on my shelf for ages. And by that, I mean I had had it on my shelf for like 3 or 4 years at that point. And basically, I'd just never played it. I'd heard it was super good, and also really difficult. And also, Persona 5 had just come out and I couldn't afford it, so... So yeah, I just went and played the one Shin Megami Tensei game that I owned. And then, so, as you may or may not know, original model PS3s could play PS2 games. And unfortunately for me, this is something I did not know when I played through the game. The game freezes if, for some reason, if you're playing, I think it's specifically like the European version of the game on the PS3. Like, if you're playing the European version of the game on the PS3, the game will freeze. Like, you beat the final boss and it just freezes. I'm so glad that I hadn't gone for the true demon ending. Because, honestly, at that time, I would have not done it. I did not understand Megami Tensei at all. But I'm getting off topic. Basically, I remember encountering Gura Makala as a boss. You fight her as a boss in, I think it's Yoyogi Park or somewhere. And, like, it's not quite at the end of the game, but it's, like, a little while in. Like, it is quite far into the game. And I remember you encounter this boss. I think Sakahagi, I think the guy is. I think he summons it or something. And I remember just kind of being really confused and a bit irritated. It's just like, they summoned a boss that just repels all physical attacks. How am I meant to fight it? Because I'll be honest, I will throw my hands up on this. When I first played SMT Nocturne, I did not understand the Magatama system, like, at all. Like, I did not understand how it worked. Like, I didn't understand how it worked. I didn't understand that it was like, oh, depending on which one you have, it kind of changes your weaknesses, your strengths, and kind of your learn set. Like, I did not grasp that for pretty much my entire playthrough of SMT Nocturne. But hey, I did manage to beat the game in the end, so who's the real winner here, Atlas? I should know, I also still have the HD remaster of it. Like, I still have that HD remaster just sat on my shelf, specifically the PS4 version. Yeah, it's been on there for like 2 years and I have not gotten around to playing it yet. I mean, at the same time, I also haven't gotten around to playing P5 Strikers yet. But hey, that'll be a thing. And who knows, I might pencil that in as something I'll just do in my free time later this year. But at the same time, I also still need to do that for SMT5 Vengeance. Like, at some point. Like, I say at some point, I'll probably play that, like, on release day, because, honestly, I really liked SMT5. I know that a lot of people didn't, but I absolutely adored that game. I loved SMT5, it was so fun. However, I will say, my biggest issue with SMT5 is, like, a lot of people will complain about its story, and a lot of other aspects to it. Honestly, my biggest issue with SMT5 is just the fact that you have a proper run. Like, you have a proper run. So you can run freely. And that is what started to kind of irritate me. Because you can run, and you run pretty fast. But, for some reason, when you jump, you lose all momentum. So it's like, you get a big run-up, and then you jump, and it's like you just jumped from a standing start. And that irritated me to no end. There were so many... Like, I know that trying to navigate around was sometimes a challenge in itself, really. But, like, I don't know, I never quite understood why it was like that. But anyway, that was a very minor complaint to have with the game. But yeah, I really liked SMT5, and I'm really looking forward to playing it again for Vengeance, because that game... Well, I really liked regular SMT5, so being able to play more of it, I have no issues with. Like, it will probably be a game I buy multiple times, and by that I mean I'll probably buy it on the Switch, because just having it on the Switch is very nice and convenient, but also, on top of that, is just the very simple fact of, like, hey, I can play it on the Switch, and then I can buy it again on the PS4 and have trophies for it. And then if I super really like it, I could buy it again when I get a PS5 and have double trophies for it. any excuse to continue to play and chill games that I like, I guess. Okay, so we are now a little bit further into the Avidya World. But yeah. Oh. Is this a save point? What have I found here? I know that's... Oh, I didn't... Oh, I've done that wrong. Oh, that's a huge mistake on my part. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's terrible. That's awful. That's horrendous. Okay. Damage control mode. Switch over to Hathor. Reggie can Agidine. Once I get rid of the Vitala on the front line, I'm safe. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, you know what? Reggie, old buddy, old pal, it's your time to shine. Because this is Reggie Hido's time to shine. Because Maki can't do anything, everyone else is down, but these things seem to only be able to use curses and whatever Luna Trap does. So Reggie is basically just going to be punching these things out. If that had worked, if Paralyze had went through there, I would have actually game overed. Just straight up, because I wouldn't have been... Because the Paralysis status effect doesn't go away by itself, you need to heal it. And yeah, I wouldn't have had any means to do that, so I would have just game overed. Speaking of which, and speaking of, hey, this game throws save points at you, well, here's another save point. And I imagine this is Trish's fountain. It seems to be locked. Okay, so, someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I am pretty certain that this door is locked and stays locked. I do not think you can ever open that door. Which is weird. I want to know what's in there. Like, I know that that's, like, the natural human thought of just, like, if there's something behind that door, I want to know what's behind the door. What's behind the door? Like, I feel like that's a very natural reaction, right? It's just like, well, the game isn't going to tell me what's behind there, so I want to know what's in there. Anyway, let's just blast through these enemies without too much more hassle. So yeah, basically, Nocturne was the first SMT that I played. Okay, so more accurately, if I was going to go through every SMT that I played Nocturne, then I played Persona 5, then I played Persona 4, then P3. I think I played P5, actually no, I think it was like Nocturne, P5, no, wait. I know that I've played every mainline Persona by now. I haven't, aside from Strikers and is P5X, whatever that is, if that's out by now. Oh, whatever that is, if that's mainline, I don't want to consider that mainline. You know what, I don't want to consider it mainline, so therefore I'm not going to. But yeah, I still need to play Strikers, and 6 will happen at some point. Actually, I still need to play Persona 4 Arena Ultimax as well. Like, that game looks super fun. But also, like, I really like fighting games in general. Like, actually, that's a bit of a weird thing. I like fighting games, I like Persona. I've played regular Persona 4 Arena, but I've never played P4 Arena Ultimax. Don't know why that is. But hey, now we just got to fight this tiger. I believe this is actually Gudon. I think Gudon is actually another Persona that turns up later in the series. And I think that thing is like... I want to say that's like level 31 or something in Persona 4. Also, game, you aren't bamboozling me this time. Vitala is going to get knocked out. And then we can fight. Right. Megiddo just blasts those. However... Okay, these reflect magic, I think. Yeah, they reflect magic. Okay. Barbatos. Weak to rush, expel, and miracle damage. I don't think I have any form of miracle damage on me right now. So let's just have Naria shoot. Maki can go for Mediarama. And everyone else can just shoot, and we should be good to go. Aside from Reggie. Reggie can just throw hands, because he can just punch. Because, honestly, his punches do a stupid amount of damage. Honestly, maybe I should try the regular physical attacks with everyone, just to see how they do. But yeah, that does a lot of damage. Either way, Reggie should be able to handle it from here. 10 out of 10, there goes 1. Honestly, I feel pretty confident knowing that Reggie can basically never get taken out by these things. I mean, I say that if that paralysis status effect comes through, he is gone. Which would not exactly be ideal. Wait, where am I? I have no idea where I'm going, by the way. Actually, do I have miracle damage on anything? Wait, I do. I do have miracle damage, but it's only on one thing, and it's not exactly an ideal thing to have that miracle damage on. Because I do have miracle damage, but it is only on, whatchamacallit, Nanjo's base persona, which isn't exactly an ideal situation to find myself in. Also, because of the way those enemies are set out, Masao can't actually do anything to these guys. On the plus side, these guys can't really do anything to Reiji. Also, big crit from Nanjo there, very welcome. I don't know what Lunar Trap does, and I don't have anything that learns it, so... Okay, you know what? I think I need to find an alternative way to deal with this. Because... You know what? I'm just gonna run for it. I'm gonna run for it, because this could go horrendously badly. Because, again, if... No, Masao's on it. 10 out of 10. Great job, Masao. Maybe I should let him nearly die more often. Because I think Chariot will always do damage with it. Okay, so... Yeah, that's not going quite as well as I'd hoped. Okay. I know that there is a darkness section in here, but I don't know where it is. Which isn't exactly an ideal thing. To be totally honest, I don't know how this has happened. Like, when I initially recorded this episode for the version that just didn't have audio, like, I managed to navigate through here without any issues, and I don't know how. But hey, on the plus side, I don't think I'm gonna die. I don't think I'm gonna wipe out to anything. Okay, I'm going the right way. That's another dead end. Basically, all I want to do is make sure that I don't loop back around on myself. As long as I don't loop back around on myself to where I came in from, I think I should be okay. 10 out of 10 these things, though, I can just blast these things without too much hassle. Okay. Nope, that's the menu. Okay, yeah, I am going the right way here. That's another dead end. There's so many dead ends in here, but to be fair, that makes perfect sense. That does make perfect sense why there would be. Because it is, like, all of this. It is the end of the game, I suppose. Okay. Okay, I think Maki just got, like, the bind status effect on one of them. One of them basically got silenced, I think. So I think I should be able to just blast these things. Okay, what I should do is, if I'm gonna fight these things... maybe I should just gun them down. Or maybe have everyone else shoot and then just have Reiji punch them. Or maybe I should shuffle around... Okay, hopefully that isn't the version I think it is. Like, I don't know how all of these work, but I know there is one version of that will reset. Like, there is one version of it. I think it might be specific... I can go up? Okay. What's in here? Another save point. Well, if I found another save point, I must be going the right way. That's my logic here. If I found another locked door... My logic here is, if I've found a save point, I must be going the right way. Like, I think that's a solid line of thinking. Like, the game wouldn't give me... Like, the game would not give me a new place to save my game if I hadn't made progress towards where I need to be. I think that's a solid line of thinking for this. Okay, let's just blast them with a Bufu Dine. Then hit them with a Mabufu Lair, hit them with gravity damage, and then hit them with an Aki Dine. And that should wipe them all out. 960 damage. Yurumakala is made of paper when it comes to magic in this game, apparently. Okay, Fortunately for me, yeah, like, there are a couple of enemies here and there. There is one enemy, actually. There is one enemy type that I am genuinely worried about, but it's not one that I need to worry about yet. If I see it, which I really hope I don't, I'll point it out. Basically, if I see it, I'll point it out. But we don't need to worry about it just yet, thankfully. Because it is one of those things where, genuinely, if I see those things, I cannot stand them. They are perhaps the most annoying enemies in the game, and they're also probably the most dangerous, like, regular enemies in the game as well. But hey, hopefully we won't see any of those. Hopefully we won't be seeing any of those guys, because, well, as stated previously, they are very dangerous. Like, they are extremely dangerous. Fortunately for me, I appear to be able to just blast through these guys. That didn't quite finish it off, but just one hit should do it. Fantastic. I don't know why it lingered on that for a second, but whatever, not gonna complain. Okay, now the question is, am I going the right way? I sure hope I am, because... Okay, this is a new enemy type, so it must be. Okay. I have a slight memory of Oberon reflecting nuclear, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna play it a little bit all over the place with my attacks here, but I know that the backline is angels, so I know I can hit those with Baehe. And I know that they are weak to curses, because they're angels. Like, the angel-type enemies are always weak to curses. Okay, basically, I might be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that those were. I'm fairly sure that Oberon there does reflect that. And honestly, if I can avoid having to worry about that, I will always try to avoid worrying about that. Because realistically, the last thing I want to do is go for a move and have my super powerful move basically just reflect itself back into whoever I'm trying to help. Okay, so let's go for that. I might as well go for Love Whip with Maki, it'll probably do more damage. Nanjo can just shoot at them, I suppose. Masao cannot physically hit any of them, but Viper Smash should land, and then Reiji can just hit this one. And then when that one drops, the rest of them should move forward, and hopefully we should be able to get them into range and just knock them all out. Honestly though, the amount of... Honestly, these guys are kinda dangerous, not gonna lie. I mean, to be fair, I think in general, any enemy type that does a lot of kind of residual damage does have the potential to be extremely dangerous in pretty much any game. I say that, but I've never really felt particularly worried if I see someone just... You know, oh no, that was the wrong button. I know, I feel like residual damage, I see it in this game and I kind of panic. I see it in, like, Pokemon and it's like, oh, someone used not Flash Fire, someone used, like, Fire Spin or Whirlpool or something, and I'm never really that worried about it. But I see it here and it's like, oh no, here comes just a mountain of residual damage that I'm not going to be able to deal with. Okay, there we go, down to one final Barbatos, and I cannot wait to be free of this enemy. Honestly, I wish I'd brought something with miracle damage. Now that I think in the original recording, I'm fairly sure that I did have something with miracle damage available. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I did. And also, this is another moment of me being a little bit irritated at me from about 8 hours ago, when I learned... Oh, no, Oberon is weak to nuclear. Okay. It's weak to nuclear, it repels something else. I feel a little bit stupid now, but that's fine. What's new? But yeah, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, now I'm slightly resenting me from about 8 hours ago, who basically just went, well, it doesn't have, like, the old recording didn't have the game sound, might as well just delete it. I probably should have waited to delete it until I had this re-recorded. But no, that's stupid past me with bad hindsight, I guess. Either way, let's just kind of get rid of these guys. And hopefully we'll be free of Barbatos soon. Because I know that I also got Bale, whatever he's called. And I know that it gets Bright Judgment, and I had that on Naria by the end of the game. I used that quite a bit in the grinding. I think between this episode, well, between the original version of this episode and the next one. Because, well, had to grind for something. Okay, fortunately, now that I know that these are weak to nuclear, I don't need to worry. I can just blast these things, and Maki can go back to using Genbu, because since she leveled up, she got all of her SP back. And I can just hit them with Gravity, and then I can hit them with Agidyne, and I should be good to go. I think that went for basically... Oh, yeah, right, they reflect fire. Today on I Remember How to Read for a second. And Gravity should just annihilate that thing. Didn't quite kill it, but that should be okay, because we can just punch it. And that finishes it off. Fantastic. Also, Naria is very close to another level up. And let's quickly just, you know, heal everyone with Maki real quick. And into the dark area we go. So, Naria will play a fun little minigame called How Well Do I Remember How to Navigate This Dark Area? The answer is, I don't really need to remember how, I don't really need to remember how, as long as I can kind of just, like, slam my head into the wall until I eventually find the path, eventually I'll find the way. Arrow Volley, fortunately, doesn't do all that much damage. Desanga, I think, just makes it so I can't switch personas, and honestly, I'm not really switching personas very often, so I'm not too worried about it. And now we should be able to gun down these last couple of enemies. However, I feel like I should maybe move Maki forward just so she can shoot stuff. Because her pistol does decent damage, but does not have particularly good range. Also, by ahead. Like, I guess when it comes to the angel enemies, Naria just does the opposite. I guess that's kind of fun, having Reiji just doing all the curse stuff. And then having Naria for all the blast stuff. Okay, so let's go luck, dexterity, and agility here. Okay, now before I do anything else, I'm gonna heal. And I also need to go along this way up. I don't remember the way. Oh, this thing's weak to fire. I know that I think that's Irish. I think that's something of Irish origin. I might be horribly wrong on that. Apologies if I am. Okay, Nanjo can just hit this thing, I suppose. Actually, you know what? I'll just do damage. I'll just hit stuff. I'll just hit the things, you know? I'll just hit the things and eventually I'll just hit them and eventually they'll fall down. Bayeha does decent damage. It'll probably kill with the residual damage, I think. And does it? Not quite, but I should be able to just finish these off. Good to know that the, like, I don't want to say the Morrigan-looking thing, but it vaguely is a little bit Morrigan-looking. Okay. Am I going the right way here? Well, I just got ambushed by something that looks like it came out of the wall. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. This could be a little bit dangerous. Are these weak to Earth? Nuclear, gravity, no. Okay, I have gravity damage. I should be okay. I should be able to wipe these out. 10 out of 10, thank you, game, for going for a nothing move. Also, thanks for not doing anything there. Okay, I should be safe now. Fantastic. I say fantastic. Okay, that last one just ran away. You know what? I'll take that. The enemy retreating is good enough for me. Fortunately, once again, we just heal and can be on our way. Now, this is the wrong way, because I'm just headbutting that wall multiple times. And unfortunately, the dark areas very much are basically just say, I'm gonna headbutt the wall until I find where I'm going. Now, can I negotiate with Rook? That made it mad. Sure, you can have 5,000 yen, why not? You know what? If I can make it happy, maybe it'll run away. Okay, 10 out of 10, that, I made it leave. Vitala, can I bribe it? You know what? That seemed like it worked. Pontificating made it mad. Okay, okay. Condescending towards it made it scared. Okay, now Barbatos, Reggie can... I don't even know what that word is. Prestidigitate? Big word. Okay, I can scare these things. That makes them scared or eager. Maybe they'll run away. 10 out of 10. Fantastic. And now we just beat down Vitala and we should be good to go. 10 out of 10. Today on we attempt to negotiate badly. Today on I'm bad at negotiation in every game, but hey. We won. We won and I didn't have to worry about it. It's okay. Okay, so that's a dead end. I think I'm going the wrong way here. I feel like I'm definitely... No, wait. Never mind, I'm going the right way here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go for sword damage here. Maki can just shoot arrows, I suppose. Nanjo can just do that. Masao can't actually hit anything, really, so I'll just have him shoot. And then Reggie can cast Biohair on the back line. And we should be okay with that. Also, 10 out of 10, Nanjo is doing so much damage. Also, technically, because they absorbed... because I cast a move that will do residual damage and it absorbed it, technically Reggie will be doing a little bit of residual healing on the last enemy, but I think the trade-off for that is more than worth it. And we should be okay. 10 out of 10 is just going... It appears to just be targeting Maki with Madoon over and over, so I don't need to worry too much about that. And I do see a door over there. I see a door over there, and that means I should be where I need to be. Because I think this is nearly where... I'm pretty sure I'm close to the thing now. I'll know it when I see it, because I know that just before... Okay, yeah. This is a new enemy type. These are new enemy types. This is definitely near the end. Like, I'm definitely making progress because I'm finding new enemy types. Basically, that's my approach. That's my line of thinking here. If I'm finding new enemy types, I must be getting closer. Like, if I'm finding new enemy types that I haven't seen before, I must be getting closer to where I need to be. And let's just blast these things with everything I have. And then hopefully we can keep on going and make our way through. I might as well just go for Biohair because it said one of them was weak to it. Good, no, these are weak to Earth as well. I think Colubri is another... I think Colubri appears again in Persona 2, although in that game I'm pretty sure it's only like level 28 or something. I'm fairly certain I've seen Colubri in Persona 2. Okay, so, am I where I need to be yet? I think I'm pretty close to it. Okay, so for this one, let's just run that back. No, I shouldn't have done that. Actually, having Reggie doing Biohair should be okay. And the rest shouldn't reflect all that much damage back at them. 10 out of 10, yeah, Garasu gets a new move. I'm never going to use Dive, but hey. Also, thanks Thrones. Thanks for healing my party, I guess. And everyone else can just do regular hits, I suppose. I maybe should have gone for gun damage. I think Masao and... Okay, Masao and Nanjo don't quite drop. Okay, there goes one enemy, there goes two, and there goes... Oh. And there goes three. Nope. Nope. Nelly? There we go. That was so bad. That was terrible. Okay, so, I think I'm nearly... I think I'm getting close to the end here. Or at least I think I am. Okay, these things, I know I can just blast them with magic, though. This is a Megiddo fight. This is a classic Persona 1 Megiddo fight. And by that, I mean, Nario, if he had the highest agility, which he will never have, because Ilyanka is kind of slow. Question. Basically, bang, they're all dead. I think that would have killed them all regardless of their health, but hey. Maki goes up another level, she hits level 51. Now, where am I? Oh, I can go down. Okay, yeah, here we are. I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there. Because this is where I get another save point, and another Trisha's Spring, and another Velvet Room. Basically, you know how when I first came into the Avidya World, I had a spring, a Velvet Room, a shop, and a save point. Basically, there's going to be 4 more doors here, and I will have access to all of these again. So this is a save point. No, this is Trisha's Spring. Wait. I think it's the spring, the save point, the Velvet Room, the shop. I think that's the order for them. Okay, so let's keep moving on. However, just for safety, just for my own safety and convenience, because I've been recording for like 40 minutes now, I am going to drop another save here. Just in case I get wiped out in the last like 10 minutes. I hope that won't be the case. Okay, away we go. So, basically, I didn't wipe out, but I wasn't too happy with how the recording actually went, so I decided I was just going to go back through and just fight my way through to the end again, and hopefully have a slightly smoother run through. Because, honestly, it took me about, like 15, 20 more minutes, and I basically just went in a circle for a bit and just kind of felt a bit bad about it, so yeah, full admission on that, I'm re-recording this bit to hopefully have a slightly smoother run through. I didn't wipe out or anything, but like, I wasn't too happy with how I played it. On the plus side though, for the next like room or two, we are right at the end, so yeah, we'll go through the doors and then we basically go through some doors and then we are there. Also, that's the final shop in the game. Honestly, at that point, just stock up on 99 Bombs of Life. I don't really see much point in not doing so. Also, there is the final Velvet Room you gain access to in the game. Obviously, Velvet Room, very helpful if you're getting your ultimate personas. It is I would say if you're getting your ultimate personas, there's a place to do it, but like, realistically, where else would you do it? You don't have anywhere else left. Unless you want to double back through the entire dungeon, which I wouldn't recommend. And because that sounds miserably boring. Or you have to double back through the entire dungeon to go to somewhere that the game gives you access to. But either way, hopefully we can get through these dominions without too much hassle. Masauja gets blown up by Megiddo. Standard. I say standard, unfortunately that's just, I guess that's the game giving me some form of comeuppance. I'll be honest, I have no idea what Crystal Wall does. I think it just like halves damage that you take that turn, but I don't actually know. Or maybe it's like, yeah, I have no idea what it actually does. Either way, we should be able to get through these guys without too much hassle. 10 out of 10, and there we go. And now I quickly just patch everyone else up, and off we go. Off we go through those final doors and into the final kind of zone of the game. Also, I'm going to go through this one, because it saves me about 4 more steps in here with the stronger enemies. So hopefully I can get through here without too much hassle. So I want to get rid of these things at the front. Sorry, I want to get rid of the Varandas. Varandas are the guys at the back. So pretty much these things are weak to fire and a lot of other stuff, but they will repel nuclear. And these guys, obviously, will absorb or reflect, I forget which one. They will, basically, they are not weak to fire. But basically, if Naria goes for that, it just gets reflected. And obviously, that isn't exactly an ideal situation. But then again, neither is getting hit by multiple casts of Miracidine. But I think we should be okay here. That was actually still quite a lot of damage, but that should finish off Rangda. Fantastic. I will say, I do quite like that design for Rangda. Like, I know it's very different to how it appears in the rest of Persona, but I do quite like that design for it. Okay, now, pretty much the plan here, I say the plan here, basically the way around here is you kind of just spiral in. You basically just kind of spiral inward towards the end here. Okay, Anko goes up, learns Deftica. We will never cast Deftica. But hey, also, we now have, we are now fighting Hecton Kairos. It is still weak to nuclear, just like so many other things in this game. 10 out of 10, I guess it had about 700-800 health. Nanjo goes up another Persona level, and now we double back out of here. Also, the one enemy type that I was super worried about is present in this area. I think it's once I go down the stairs it appears. It can appear, but either way, I do not want that. Also, now it gets wiped out. The amount of times... So, as I've previously mentioned a few times, in this episode and the previous one, and this is basically me re-recording it, while I was doing grinding for the final, while I was doing the grinding that'll go in between this episode and the final episode, but basically the amount of times I accidentally just wiped an area out was absolutely miserable. Honestly, I died, and I fully died and got a game over while doing that grinding, just by far more than I ever did in the rest of the game. And by that I mean, it actually happened at least once. And to be more accurate, I think I wiped myself out while trying to do that grinding at least, probably at least 10 times. It happened quite a lot. But to be fair, that was also partially, that was mostly carelessness on my part. You know when you're doing grinding and you're kind of just speeding up through it to try to get through it faster, and you're just not really paying attention? That's what happened to me. Do that, that happens, a couple of things get reflected, a couple of party members just get dropped, and suddenly you're out of it. Definitely wasn't my proudest display of gameplay, but hey, that'll happen sometimes. So now we just go for Meki Dola and just go for regular gunshots and stuff, I suppose. Reggie can buy the throne on the back line. Now, I'm going to have to actually go back and default to whatever they were doing previously, but that should be okay. Wait, that thing actually survived the hit, and then Masao just finishes them off. Now we just do regular physical attacks, and that should finish them off 10 out of 10. Man, Nacho did so much damage there. Also, Naria goes up to level 51. I'm just going to balance out all of his stats, not like it makes any difference. And now, we just keep on going through here, and we are very close. Because here is the stair. Well, here are the stairs. So, the stairs will lead us down to the final floor. The final floor, obviously, being where the boss is. Obviously, though, obviously, it isn't just a walk down, you're right there. We do have a couple of little things left to do. And by that, I mean we have to kind of spiral in through one more floor. Fortunately, that shouldn't take me too long as I don't go the wrong way. Honestly, I went the wrong way, and that's partially why I want to re-record this a little bit. Okay, so, now you can tell we're on the final floor, but now, basically, you just need to follow this path, and I want to cast Liftoma here, because as you will see on the floor here, if you look on the map, there are little exclamation points popping up every couple of tiles. That's them. That's Grimmies, these things. I hate these things. These things are perhaps the single most dangerous enemy in the entire game. I cannot stand these things. I want rid of them as soon as I possibly can, and if I don't destroy them immediately, they could actually wipe out my entire party. One of them ran away. And I threw the other one. Fantastic. Okay, so, part of why these things are super dangerous is they have multiple ways to hit you with status ailments, and Maziodyne, they are genuinely, they are probably the enemy in the game that scares me more than anything else. Not like actual fear, but more just like, oh no, these things can be a massive annoyance to me. But yeah, if you look on the map, you'll just see these exclamation points popping up like every couple of tiles. So, hopefully, yeah, I can get through without too much hassle. Also, I will say, I do quite like the design of the cool three-headed bull thing. I forget what it's called, though. I know the person sat on the moon, I know they're weak to physical attacks. So now they are just going to get an express shipment of the hands from Nanjo and Reggie, I suppose. 10 out of 10, great work, team, off we go. Oh, and I guess they leave us an emerald for our trouble. But yeah, pretty much, we just need to continue going on through here. Which way is it? I think it spirals in. I'm pretty sure we spiral in. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so these are cherubs. These things are weak to Naria's gun. So they are weak to the kind of SMG that Naria has. And they are also, since they're technically still angels, They are also weak to Aher and Mudo skills. So by Aher we'll do a nice chunk of damage, and Naria gets a nice little bit of damage out as well. Honestly, if you don't have Reiji, if you don't have Reiji, if you don't have Reiji, Hidehiko could actually be super helpful here. The first time I played through this game, I used Hidehiko here. Yeah, and he was really good to have. Like, oh, that was terrible on my part. You know what? It should be okay. It should be okay. It's just one left. Oh, that could have been... That could have been an absolute disaster. Like, genuinely, that was irresponsible on my part. However, we are getting there. We are approaching the end here. These things love casting Maziodyne and Bind Voice. I think it's the... Like, genuinely, I think it might be the only move they have. Like, I'm fairly certain that... Oh, I guess they also have Mazandyne, okay. But hey, we got rid of one of them. But this is... Not gonna lie, I hate these things. Like, I'm glad these things never turn up with the alien-looking things, but if they did, they would be a giant pain. Like, I hate fighting these things so much. Also, I really need to fix the formation up a bit. Yeah, I don't even have any of Maki's, like, healing personas out. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it, and hopefully I don't die. Oh, they're weak to ice. Oh, 10 out of 10, and I'm safe. 10 out of 10, today I learned. I think I'm okay. Yeah, I'm safe. Easy. Easy W. No worries, we're in the clear. 10 out of 10, I'm playing needlessly risky and dangerous here, and I don't have any actual reason as to why. I've gone the wrong way. I've gone the wrong way. And these things are weak to fire. No, they are not weak to fire. Let's just blast them with magic, I suppose. I say as I accidentally do a mix of stuff. Okay, so let's just switch back over to regular attacks, because I'm pretty sure these things are weak to magic. Well, maybe not weak to magic, but definitely a lot more susceptible to it than they are to physical attacks. Which, to be fair, makes sense, because I imagine, you know, trying to physically attack the, like, three-headed bull thing is probably going to be a little bit less successful than if you cast magic on it. And Megidula should probably finish them off. I will say, I do kind of appreciate how it actually kind of spreads its attacks out. That actually seems like it has a degree of tactics to it. And we got the Knuckle Barong out of that. So let's see what that does. Knuckle Barong for Reiji. It is definitely an upgrade. I will take that. And so now we hopefully heal for the last time. It's definitely not the last time. Because this... No, wait. This actually, I think, is. Okay, so we have Miyasuda Kuro. You know what? I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to go for the magic. I'm just going to go for the magic and hopefully blast this bird out of the sky. I say as it doesn't, as nothing targets it because it's on the back line. Mamudo, fortunately for me, that means Reiji is totally safe. And also, it just didn't hit anyone. So now, hopefully, we just get... Okay, 10 out of 10. That's weak to physical attacks. And that just ran away. I think we're in the clear. I say it, I now need to switch on over gun damage, and that should finish it off. Fantastic, because now, as we can see on the map, we are right there. So we just head on down here, and we are there. Just after this last fight, what is it? 2 Fafnirs and an Andromelech. Okay, that's fine by me. I will say, Andromelech is such a... Like, Andromelech is a persona, demon, whatever you want to call it in this game. That is kind of... Like, I've only ever seen it in this game and in SMT5, and basically, I've seen it in 2 SMT games, and its designs are so drastically different across those 2 games. Like, in this one, it looks kind of, like, vaguely humanoid and kind of angelic. In SMT5, it's like a donkey with peacock feathers, and it's strange. Like, it looks strange, but it also looks kind of cool. It also has, like, but it also has, like, the super high level fire spells. It's actually kind of cool looking. But with that, we have now reached the final door. Oh, and with that, I'm going to end off today's episode here. Yeah, and next time will be the finale of Persona 1. So, next time we're going to be heading on through that door and facing Pandora. So, as always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.